How's it going, everybody? Chadley here, and in today's video we're going to be covering the Hellwalker buff. But before we get into that, I just want to say I'm sorry for the lack of videos over the past week and a half. I've actually been moving halfway across the country, and I finally have a super jank desk setup going right now, and I'm still waiting on the rest of my desk to arrive, and I still have to completely soundproof this room and all that good stuff. So I'm also sorry if it sounds a little echoey right now. But over the next few days, I'll definitely have that improved. But for the most part, we're going to be back to almost daily videos and also almost daily streams. So if you guys are not subscribed to the channel, make sure you guys are. There's a ton of exciting stuff coming up over the next week, especially with DLC 4 coming next week. And then also with the streams and stuff, I have a ton of stuff planned and can't wait to see you guys there. But for now, let's go ahead and take a look at this absolutely insane Hellwalker buff that we received today. So this weapon received a 316.48% increase. 316%. It is insane. Now, the only downside is this is suffering the save and quit bug. So if you guys save and quit, you're going to lose this hotfix on your next load in. So you have to completely restart the game. Hopefully they will have that fixed by later today. But as of right now, just right after the hotfix went live, this is the case. So if you guys want to be using this, make sure you don't save quit and you guys will be good to go. But otherwise, this gun is absolutely insane. I'm just rocking a consecutive hits one right now on our White Death Flak build. And then I just have an Old God and a Hunter Seeker for our bonus elements. But let's just jump in and see how much damage we can actually do with this Hellwalker. It is ridiculous. So let's go ahead and start fighting these guys. So we two-shot him, and that was with 0 kill skills, anything like that. We are just absolutely destroying these guys. Now I forgot that Mayhem Made Easy is actually gone now, so I got killed by Postmortem Skull there. But right here is where you're going to see how ridiculous this gun actually is, because if you guys remember, Trunt is going to resist fire, at least during his shield portions. So if we just start spamming away and we get our bonus elements in like 2 to 3 clips right there, he's dead, and he resists fire. And it is insane. This gun is absolutely insane right now, and this is going to be a go-to weapon, especially on Flak. I guarantee you almost any single character can make this weapon good, but especially on your like 3-shot fadeaway Flaks, this gun is going to be ridiculous. Alright, so I really want to see how well this weapon would do against Grave Ward, because obviously it is a fire shotgun. So I'm still on the same build. All I did is switch our bonus elements around, and then also to a Bounty Hunter so we can get our kill skills active here on Grave Ward. So I'm just going to throw my Hunter Seekers to activate all of those. And then once he's done with the little tilt here, let's see how much damage we can actually put out. Now, if we get Leave No Trace more on our sides, we could probably kill him a little bit quicker. But even then, that just absolutely destroys Grave Ward, and this is a shotgun. It's super easy to find legendary shotgun with only 1 element, so it's not super difficult to farm. This is an amazing change by Gearbox. I absolutely love this buff. This is what we needed, is some sort of legendary shotgun around this level, and I could not be happier. But let's go ahead and go to the True Guardian Takedown and see how it's doing over there. Alright, so we just switched over to the True Guardian Takedown here, and then otherwise I switched to a Transformer and a Hunter Seeker, and also back to our Cosmic Stalker. So let's go ahead and see how quick this thing is actually killing enemies over here. And it's kind of nuts how fast these enemies die, even if they're like armor or something. It really doesn't matter. It's kind of insane how strong this gun is at the moment, and it is just a lot of fun. Now, you definitely see some fall off once you lose your bonus elements. So one thing that is a slight downside about this weapon is it is only 10 pellets. Now, compared to like a Stagecoach, which does 25 pellets up to its max, you're not going to be cycling fadeaways quite as quick. So you guys are going to have to play around with this and try to use it as effectively as possible. So overall, so far, this gun is absolutely insane. I would imagine a URAD version to be ridiculous, because that's going to help you get through all of the shields of the enemies. And then the fire base element of the gun is going to tear through all of the health parts. And I seriously think that combo is going to be ridiculous. And I'll be giving that a try on stream later today. So if you guys want to check that out, make sure you guys stop by later tonight. But otherwise, this gun is ridiculous, and I want to see what it can do to the Kraken here. And this is fire. It's kind of ridiculous. We just killed the Kraken before he killed us. Well, actually before the postmortem killed us. And it is insane. You can use this thing on armor, and if you get the right anointments and gear, you're gonna have no trouble facing like any boss with this thing. It definitely feels like this is ridiculous. All right, so the final test for any of these weapon buffs that we receive is if it can do the Guardian Takedown. Now I'm on True Guardian Takedown, and I haven't had that much hope for weapons in this until this weapon, and already it seems like this is going to be a Guardian Takedown worthy weapon, at least for a little bit. Now, obviously, the Guardians are shield and armor, so I wouldn't really use it too much there, but on these Necrotafeo mobbing sections, this is actually working incredibly well for a base game weapon. If you guys have tried using other base game weapons in the Guardian Takedown, you really don't have the greatest of times, but this is actually even shredding the Guardian Takedown, which is nuts, and on these armored manticores as well. So that is amazing to see. That's always been one of my least favorite things about these weapon buffs, is they've always been good in kind of everything except for the Guardian Takedown. We still didn't really have the greatest diversity of like weapons and stuff in here, but now we definitely have another weapon that we can effectively use here in the Guardian Takedown. If you guys are using this during the Necrotafeo mobbing sections, this will work great, especially if you guys are on like a Taizabine Amara. You will be absolutely destroying these enemies. So if you guys are rocking Lazy's Hellzerker, definitely this is probably at its peak with how strong this Hellwalker is, and I definitely recommend you guys go giving his build a try. On Zane, I could see this gun doing pretty well. I don't know about Moe's because it is not a splash weapon, but I would definitely just give this a try on all characters, just considering how strong it is at the moment. And like I said a little earlier, definitely try this with the URAD anointment. I think that for taking out shields, and then just the base fire element of it to get through the health portions is going to be a crazy combo. And I definitely recommend you guys giving it a go. So yeah, guys, overall, this Hellwalker buff is probably the craziest weapon buff that we have received as of late. This thing went from doing absolutely nothing on Athenas to being a base game weapon that destroys True Guardian Takedown. Now, that is the biggest glow up we've ever seen with a weapon in the recent history of Borderlands 3 here, and I really hope they keep this up because there's so much base game stuff that I would love to use here in the Guardian Takedown, but you just cannot, and it's really awesome to see that they're starting to head that direction, and I really hope they keep that up. This weapon received a 316% damage boost, and that's per pellet, which is ridiculous. So definitely go out and farm your Hellwalkers of choice. I definitely recommend consecutive hits and the URAD versions. Also, make sure you guys are spec'd into a little bit of reload speed, just so you can get that 1 second reload a little bit lower. And really, the only downside to this weapon is that it's still 10 pellets. So if you are trying to fade cycle quick on flak, it's definitely not terrible, but it's also still not the best for fade cycling. So that is just the one minor downside to this weapon, but otherwise its strength makes up for that just so much more. So I definitely recommend using this on basically all your characters at this point. But yeah, guys, that is going to wrap it up for this Hellwalker buff overview. If you found it helpful, make sure you guys leave a thumbs up on it to let me know. Also, make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel for tons more Borderlands content. We also have 2 more weapon buffs that we received today to cover the Breath of the Dying and the Chaos, so keep an eye out for those. I'll be releasing those over the next like 24 hours or so. And like I said at the start of the video, I am back. I'm going to be making videos all the time. I'm done with the move, and I cannot be happier to be back. So thank you guys for bearing with me over the past week and a half. I seriously really do appreciate it. But I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I'll catch you all in the next video. See ya.